Hi everyone and welcome back. I am Lisa, the owner of Zen Zaia Candle Company. And if you are thinking about or in the candle business, you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, it is so saturated. What am I gonna do? What? What? So let's talk about it. Okay, guys. So this summer in 2024, God willing, will be 4 years since I've had my candle business. Now, I did start my candle business in the pandemic, 2020. Now, 2021 was a great year. 2022, okay. 2023, and 2024, So, what do I mean by that? What am I finding here? But anyway, guys, everybody and their mama is making candles. So, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to join the bandwagon and make candles too? And if you already have an existing business, what does that mean for you? What does that mean for me? So, I'm the kind of person where I always do my own thing. I know what's going on out there. I see it. And when I see new people, I'm like, okay. But is it really the saturation that it's a lot of people joining the candle business, or is it inflation? So what happened is I do my own thing. You cannot be concerned about other people and what they're doing. So what I'm going to do is just go over a few things that work for me, and hopefully it will help you. So it is rough. No business is going to go Zoom all the time. If you do, then good. You have the secret, whatever. But I recognize as an entrepreneur, as a CEO of my company, that I didn't put in 100%. So is that really the saturation? Is that really inflation? Could be a combination of all three. So what do I mean by that? Could I have taken it up a notch? Absolutely. But sometimes I find like when I'm doing so much, something loses its focus. Like something, it's not getting its full 100%, if you know what I mean. So what do? I keep doing me. I keep making my candles. I keep making my products. There's some right now that are actually curing back there. But this year I've taken another approach. So in my first couple of years, I was spending a lot. The people were buying, thank you. People were buying, experimenting, going along with me with the journey, because I started off with candles and then I made other products, but I still kept it within the scope. Now, I remember it's just me, right, for right now. So I'm not going to be like making a whole bunch of products. And if you have been making products, you know that some may do well, some may not do well. You know, it all depends on your demographics. It all depends on your area. So what I do is that a lot of the other products that I make, because I also make soaps, I make room sprays, hand sanitizers, the list is right there. Bath salts, body butters, wax melts, lip balms. So yeah, and there's some stuff that has been on the list since day one and still haven't made it to production as of yet. So what is a person to do? I try to keep mine within a scope, meaning that I don't venture out too far, because I am not in the hair product business. I am not in the car maintenance business. I am not in everything that has to do, you're getting away from the main thing, which is the candles. The candles are my baby. The candles is the main product of my business. All the others are just additional accessories for your home. And overall, for my business, it's all about bringing Zen to your life. That's why it's called Zen Zaia. Zaia means light, life. So a lot of the other products that I make use the same ingredients or similar ingredients. All of my ingredients that I use are all eco-friendly and sustainable, and I do use recyclable, and all the products are recyclable as well. A lot of the compliments that I get has to do with my packaging, because I try to pick stuff that is eco-friendly, simple, budget-friendly, and looks good. So I say all this to say that as far as 2024, I'm trying not to spend a lot of money, guys. I'm trying to make a profit here. But what I have noticed for 2024 also is that actually I started seeing it towards the ending of 2022 that it was slowly going down because more and more people were getting into the candle business. So it was going down. You may experience it different. This is just my experience. So in 2023, I was like, I don't want to make any more new products. I'm just going to keep what I have. I have reliable customer retention. I have customers that come back every year that love my products. And I make the bulk of my money from my candle business at farmers markets and events. Did I push the online? Not as much. Should I have? Absolutely. I think we're now in a stage where a lot of people are afraid of scammers and they have lost the trust for online. Some care, some don't care, but I hear a lot about it at the farmers market. I also noticed at the farmers market that a lot of people are doing more cash. Cash is actually a little bit better because then your card and your information, but all the stuff that I use is reliable, and it is trustworthy, even down to my website. So I'm very careful. It's a lot of maintenance. I have not maintained my website as much, but it's still secure. So find a reliable website that you don't have to do a lot of maintenance to it. I still have to go in there and update the products. I still have to do a routine maintenance check. So I'm doing all of this to sustain my business. Now, what to do with everyone wanting to become a candle maker? And here's the thing also, guys, I also teach candle making workshops. So when I first embarked on that, that was one of the ideas that came to my head in year one of my business. And I had a great opportunity, which I've mentioned on this channel before, how that all came about. And I actually teach at 2 locations in my area in Georgia. And I also do private parties and events. So when I started doing this, I'm all about teaching and educating, but there's also a risk factor whenever you're doing any kind of business. So when this idea first came about, I was like, okay, I know that there's a possibility that everyone that I teach is going to open up their own business and that they are going to be eventually a competition and actually raising the market as far as how many candle makers there are in the area. The thought did cross my mind. But then I'm like, I know my stuff. I'm teaching you the basic fundamentals, and in every workshop, and I actually have a workshop today to do, is that I always try to educate people on the safety, and I also try to educate people on you have to do your own testing. It's not a quick, easy, oh, I'm going to become a candle maker or a chandler, whatever you want to call it, and I'm just going to make quick money, and then it's not safe. So I'm all about educating you, because 9 times, I would say half of the people that I've taught, half of them are not going to open up their business. And even if they do, that's fine. But at least I walk away from each class knowing that you know the safety, you know what it takes to become a true candle maker, and I've helped someone. Now, what do I mean by helping someone? Guys, we had a major storm the other day, and all the lights went out. I think it started from Alabama and then came all the way through to some parts of Georgia. I took out all of my additional candles, some of my testers, and I was able to have light in my home. That's one of the benefits of becoming a candle maker and an owner of your business. You know how to get to those resources. And I wanted my business, my life to be self-sustainable. So if I've taught you, comment down below. If you have attended one of my workshops, comment down below, because at the end of the day, you're sustainable as far as you're able to provide for your home, and I'm perfectly okay with that. There's so many people, whether you are on YouTube or whatever it is, in a real business, as far as corporate world, all business are real, but you know what I mean, as far as whatever kind of business that you're in, there's always going to be someone that copies you. But at the end of the day, you can't focus on that. You cannot lose focus. You got to stick to what your real reason is. You got to be honest with yourself. Did I start this business because I saw somebody else making money and I thought that was a quick way for me, but then deep down I really don't like it? Are you truly, truly passionate about what you're doing? Do you like it? These are all questions that you have to ask yourself. And then when you have to also ask yourself, which I have asked myself this next question, should I continue? I love what I do. I am so happy that I started my candle making business, because as a woman, as a mom, for me to elevate and do on my own, I don't know why my phone is going in and out, but for me to be able to provide and create and actually create all the products that I do, I am amazed at myself. It just proves that you don't know what you have until you really, really try. And as I do these workshops, as I provide for everyone in the economy, you know, people, businesses go through slow times. And I feel like anytime there is bad weather, anytime there's an election, anytime there's inflation, there's always going to be something that affects the consumer's buying habits. So what do you do? What do I do? I keep going. I keep going until I know that it is no longer for me, but I don't see that it is. I have thought about just lessening the amount of events in farmers markets, and that's fine. Do what you're capable of doing. And here's the thing, people, I do other things that I don't mention that bring income into my household. So when someone is looking at someone and saying, oh my gosh, she's doing this and traveling and doing this all because of her candle business, possibly. Or you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. This is why I say to people, do what's best for you. I'm over here telling you guys what is working for me, what's not working, how am I able to sustain. And basically, guys, I am doing a different approach in 2024. I have a lot of inventory, well, quite a few inventory left. It's dwindling down. And I've learned throughout the years what not to do and what not to do, what to do, what not to do. And so in 2024, I'm taking a different approach, and I am pushing all of the products that I currently have, and I'm trying not to spend as much as I did in the previous years. And just seeing, and then I'm also doing something new where I have a candle of the month promotion going on, where it's actually 40%. That's a high percentage for that. And it's while supplies last. So I'm trying different techniques to bring the customers in. And then you got to weigh it out, like 40% of people actually buying it versus nobody buying it. You know, you gotta weigh out, you know, and then when they come in and they smell other stuff and they like other stuff, you're actually bringing them in that way as well. So what does 2024 hold for me? Just me, Lisa, continue with my business. It may be on a lower scale production, but it's still functioning and it's still going, and I'm still focusing on me, and I'm not focusing on what anybody else is doing. So I hope that you guys like this video. I hope that it's encouraging you guys. If you're struggling with what to do with your business, keep going. Or maybe you have to have that hard talk with yourself, with your employees, with your business owner, whoever it is that's involved in your business, and talk it out. Maybe sometimes they may be feeling the same way too, or maybe not. Or maybe it's just time to take a break or just move faster. Whatever the case may be, I think 2024 is a time of reflection and actually focusing on you during these times where inflation is high and the market is saturated. So I hope that you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, tell a friend. Until next time, peace, love. Bye.